everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound. Today we've got the sound system demo on the 2024 Ford F-150 and its 14-speaker B&O Unleashed audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. We're going to test out the 5.1 capability, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear in the driver's seat. Now, before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. This, for the keen-eyed observer, is a Raptor, an F-150 Raptor 37, meaning we've got the 37-inch optional tires here. It's not quite the full-on Raptor R with the V8, still rocking the 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 here, but it's got this beautiful color. I think this one, if I'm not mistaken, it's not eruption green, is it? I think it's a different sort of green. I'll put the name here below, give myself a little bit of extra work. But if you do want to see more on this truck in general, check the link below. We're going to have some really cool coverage from out in the desert with it. And if I do get a standard F-150 with the B&O Unleashed, I'll maybe add a little supplement or throw up another video here on DM Sound with it. I think we're going to compensate for the extra noise from these tires, which admittedly is not much. This truck is pretty well insulated, but I'll travel a little bit slower on the highway to kind of compensate for that difference in road noise compared to a standard F-150. All of that being said, check the link below if you'd like to see more on the truck. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. The large sync infotainment system here, still working pretty similarly as it has for many years. Not the most quickly responding system, but it is nice and functional. We're in the media screen now. I'm going to go to sound, and first off, we've got tone settings. This is your adjustment for treble, mid-range, and bass. Let's go through those. Decent range of adjustability there, and fairly easy to do so. Coming back, we've got adjustments for front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance. A speed compensated volume adjustment, so as you get going faster, the music lifts up to adjust and compensate for engine, wind, and road noise. And then a sound mode. You've got stereo and surround. So here's stereo, and then surround gives you a little bit more of that 360 sort of feel. Most of our testing is going to be done in stereo, but maybe I'll throw surround on for a little bit in some of our tracks. And that's it for audio adjustments. For audio controls here in the new F-150, you've got a nice volume knob here. It's a little bit cheap and plasticky feeling, but it's large enough to grab even if you had gloves on, and the passenger and driver can both reach it fairly easily. We've also got volume adjustment on the left side of the wheel. For track selection, you've got good physical controls here in the center. You've got a tuner scroller knob there. You can use the touchscreen if you're in the proper menu, or on the right side of the steering wheel, you've got track adjustment buttons there. For audio inputs here in the F-150, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio with support for HD radio. Just want to confirm here. Yep, HD radio support there. We've got Bluetooth, support for wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a USB-A port and a USB-C port up there. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and if I'm not mistaken, yep, no streaming services built in, but you do at least have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so it's pretty easy to get those streaming services going that way. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 14-speaker system. Now, the outgoing F-150, I think 21 through 23, was an 18-speaker B&O Unleashed. However, the only difference there is that the 18-speaker had speakers in the headrests, and now we don't get those anymore. So, TBD, kind of if those are going to be lacking or not, but I bet you the 14-speaker system is still quite strong because the main meat and potato speakers are going to be the same. But let's go over the locations. You've got a door woofer there, 1, mid-ranger up front, 2, tweeter 3, mid-range center 4, 5, 6, 7 over on the other side. Up here in the ceiling, you've got 8 and 9, probably mostly used when the surround mode is on. And then coming into the back, you've got 10, 11, 12, 13. These are coaxial speakers, so probably kind of a tweeter mid-range going on. And then 14 is a subwoofer under the seat. Before we get out on the road, I do just want to test and see if we've got 5.1 support here. Some people are going to care about that. Let's bring up the immersiveaudioalbum.com surround sound channel test. No.
Left.
I can already tell, and it's not down mixing properly. So
Right.
it sounds like the 5.1 channel is getting played through, but it's not down mixing down to stereo. So on the off chance that you do try to play some 5.1 music,
front, left,
you're only going to get the front left
right.
and front right channels coming through and nothing else. So a little bit of a disappointment there for the upgraded system, but not the end of the world. And with that, let's head out on the road. They gave this system a lot of power and a lot of punch. And overall, that's the right move for this truck. I mean, you're not going to get studio level sound quality out of a pickup. You're just not, based on how everything is laid out. And they can shove more speakers into here, but it's not going to overcome some of the core limitations of working with this sort of soundstage. So for this year, Bang Olufsen kind of doubled down, and they just said, hey, let's have that really strong subwoofer and a good soundstage right in front of us, and let's replicate sounds at loud volumes, and that's what they're doing. For this next track, we will turn the bass all the way up, see how it sounds. It's a nice handoff between the door woofers down here and the rear bass subwoofer. Got a lot of mirror shakeage. Not too much distortion either. My thoughts on the 14-speaker B&O Unleashed system here in the Ford F-150. There were a few weird elements of that last song where there's a little too much coming through on the low end. Some of those punches shouldn't have sounded as they did. But all things considered, what I've appreciated with this system is that you can turn up pretty much any sort of music that you want to listen to and have it be loud without anything sounding harsh or weird or making you want to turn it back down, essentially. So while, yeah, it's not sedan, luxury car levels of sound replication and performance, I've still enjoyed listening to my music in here, and to me, in this sort of vehicle, that's what's most important. So for just the F-150 lineup in general, it's just barely sneaking in under an A minus for this system. If we were going explicitly sound quality, it would probably get in with a B, but you got to figure what is the type of vehicle and how are you able to listen to your music. And the fact that whether it's my wife in the car or my buddies in the car throughout this week, I've been able to listen to all different sorts of music and enjoy doing it, that's a win for me. Not only that, but it's very quiet in here, even at highway speeds, even in this Raptor, so that helps with sound quality as well. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the F-150, especially this Raptor, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.